The door swung open, and before I could even smile, my son-in-law's fist connected with my jaw. I stumbled backward, my 72-year-old knees nearly buckling as pain exploded across my face. The porch railing caught me, probably saving me from a worse fall. Through watering eyes, I saw Marcus standing in the doorway, his chest heaving, his expression twisted with something between rage and anguish. "You've got some nerve showing up here," he spat. I touched my face, felt the warm trickle of blood from my split lip. 3 years. I'd stayed away for 3 years, respecting their wishes, giving them space. And this was my welcome home. "Marcus, please," I managed, my voice shaking. "I just want to see Sarah and meet my grandchildren." "Grandchildren?" His laugh was bitter, hollow. "You think you deserve to be called their grandfather?" Behind him, I caught a glimpse of movement. A small figure, maybe 4 years old, peeking around the doorframe with wide, curious eyes. My heart clenched. Was that Emma? Or perhaps the younger one, James? I'd only seen them in the photos Sarah had secretly sent to my old email address, the one she thought I'd forgotten about. "I made mistakes," I said, straightening up despite the throbbing in my jaw. "I know I did, but I'm here now. I'm here to make things right." Marcus stepped out onto the porch, and I instinctively retreated. He was 40 years younger than me, still strong from his construction work. I was a retired school teacher with arthritis and a bad hip. This wasn't a fight I could win physically. "Make things right," his voice dropped to a dangerous whisper. "Do you have any idea what you did to her, what your absence did to our family?" I did know, God help me, I knew every day of those 3 years. After Martha died, I'd fallen apart. The grief had swallowed me whole, and I'd pushed everyone away, especially Sarah. She'd tried to help, tried to pull me out of the darkness, but I'd been cruel. I'd said terrible things, told her I needed to be alone, told her that seeing her only reminded me of what I'd lost, because she looked so much like her mother. I'd rejected her during her pregnancy with Emma, missed the birth, missed the first birthday, missed everything. "I was drowning," I said quietly. "I was drowning in grief, and I pulled everyone down with me, especially Sarah. I know I hurt her. I know I wasn't there when she needed me most." "You weren't just not there," Marcus said. "You told her she was a burden. You told her you wished she'd stop calling. Do you remember that? Because she does. She remembers every word." The shame hit me like a physical blow, worse than his fist had. Yes, I remembered. I remembered the phone call, remembered my daughter's voice breaking as she told me she was pregnant, that I was going to be a grandfather, that maybe this could be a new beginning for both of us. And I'd responded with coldness, with rejection, with words designed to cut her out of my life. "I was wrong," I whispered. "I was so wrong." "Why now?" Marcus demanded. "Why show up now after all this time?" I reached into my jacket pocket slowly, careful not to alarm him. I pulled out a folded piece of paper, worn soft from being read and reread countless times. It was a letter from my doctor, dated 6 months ago. The diagnosis had been clear, early-stage Alzheimer's. I had maybe 2 years before the decline would become severe. "I'm sick," I said simply, and I realized I was running out of time to apologize, to try to be the grandfather I should have been from the start. Marcus took the letter, scanned it, and his expression flickered with something, pity, maybe, or uncertainty, but the anger didn't leave his eyes. "That's not fair," he said. "You can't just show up with a sob story and expect." "Marcus, who's at the door?" Sarah's voice, my daughter's voice. I hadn't heard it in 3 years, not even on the phone. The secret photos she'd sent had come with no words, just images of the family I'd abandoned. She appeared behind Marcus, wiping her hands on a dish towel. When she saw me, she froze. Her face went pale, then flushed. I watched emotions cascade across her features, shock, anger, pain, and something else I couldn't quite identify. "Dad." That single word broke something inside me. I'd thought I'd run out of tears years ago, but they came now, hot and fast down my weathered cheeks. "Sarah, sweetheart, I'm so sorry." She looked at my bleeding lip, at Marcus's defensive stance, and her eyes hardened. "Marcus, what did you do?" "What I should have done 3 years ago," he said. "Protected you." By hitting my father, Despite everything, there was steel in her voice. She pushed past Marcus and onto the porch, keeping a careful distance from me. I know what he did. I lived through it, but that doesn't mean you get to assault him. He abandoned you. He abandoned us. I know, Sarah's voice cracked. I know what he did, but look at him, Marcus, just look at him. I didn't know what she saw. I knew I'd aged badly in 3 years. The grief, the isolation, the guilt. They'd carved deep lines in my face, turned my hair from grey to white, bent my shoulders under their weight. I don't expect forgiveness, I said to Sarah. I don't expect anything, but I needed you to know that not a single day has passed when I didn't regret what I said to you. Not one day when I didn't hate myself for missing out on your life, on your children's lives. The little one, James, I thought, had toddled out now, wrapping his arms around Sarah's legs. She picked him up automatically, and I saw her older girl, Emma, standing in the doorway watching everything with solemn eyes. Mom says you went away because you were sad, Emma said suddenly, her small voice cutting through the tension. She said sometimes people get so sad they forget how to love. Sarah's face crumpled. Emma, honey, go back inside. But I want to meet Grandpa. The word Grandpa hit me like a lightning bolt. Sarah had told them about me. Despite everything, she'd kept my memory alive for her children. You told them about me? I asked, incredulous. Sarah wouldn't meet my eyes. They deserved to know they had a grandfather, even if, she trailed off, but I understood, even if he's not part of our lives. I'm getting treatment, I said quickly, urgently, knowing I might not get another chance. For the grief, I mean, I've been seeing a therapist for over a year now. I joined a support group. I'm not the same person I was, Sarah. I can't undo what I did, but I've been trying to become someone worthy of being in your life again, someone worthy of being their grandfather. Marcus's hand found Sarah's shoulder. They exchanged a long look, some wordless communication that only married couples can share. We need time, Sarah finally said. I need time to process this, to think about what's best for the kids. I understand, and I did. It was more than I'd hoped for, honestly. I'd half expected the police to be called. Can I give you my new number? I'm living in town now. Moved here 2 months ago, just hopping for a chance to. To what? Sarah asked, not unkindly. To be a family again. To try, I said simply, just to try. She hesitated, then nodded. I wrote my number on the back of the doctor's letter Marcus still held. As I turned to leave, Emma broke free from the doorway and ran to me. Will you come back? She asked, looking up with Martha's eyes. The same eyes Sarah had, the same eyes I'd been too cowardly to face. I knelt down, joints protesting, until I was at her level. If your mom says it's okay, I'd like that very much. Okay, she said solemnly. Then without warning, she hugged me. Small arms around my neck, the sweet smell of childhood shampoo, the weight of a grandchild I didn't deserve. When I stood, Sarah was crying. So was Marcus, though he tried to hide it. I walked back to my car, my jaw still aching, my heart somehow lighter than it had been in 3 years. I didn't know if they'd call, didn't know if I'd ever truly be part of their lives again. But Emma had asked if I'd come back. And for now, that was enough.